I have to do everything to solve this, and that's how it happened. Oh yeah, I'm pretty convinced by that, because it was not a slip of the tongue what he did. He did a full confession on tape, not once, not twice, but more than 10 times, and he did it, there were some days between it, and they were very detailed, and so I'm convinced that he told the truth. Till now, Joran always denied that Natalie died in his presence, and now he confessed that, and he told what he did with the body, and he told how he came home, what he did with his shoes. It's the complete story.
I think that the police knew that she was not alive the second day. When he did the shaking thing in the video, you know, they questioned Beth and I the first day, second day, and then also questioned me 2 weeks later, and they kept asking about the epileptic fits, or, you know, that type stuff. Well, you don't ask that straight out of the box. I knew there was something funny, so they knew. I think Joran told them that probably something happened on the beach and she did this, but Van Der Sloot, you know, probably just wanted to cover his friend's son's butt, and actually just got into it early on, and then it just got deeper and deeper and snowballed, and they just covered every track from then on. So
we are taking your calls live. Headline tonight: Joran Van Der Sloot, the prime suspect in the disappearance of Alabama beauty and honor student Natalie Holloway, has turned up again, this time on grainy surveillance video, reportedly soliciting young female students to become prostitutes, sending them back home to the Netherlands, basically where they'd be stuck with no way back for about 3 months. Again, we're taking your calls live, but right now take a look at the last time he was caught on tape. This is from ABC's 2020.
She's just lying still?
Still, she's not doing anything. He says, what happened? I said, I don't know either, man.
Did you try to resuscitate her?
Of course, I tried everything, man. I tried to shake her. I was shaking the bitch. I was like, what's wrong with you, man? I almost wanted to cry. What have to happen to me? I said to him, this isn't possible. He took the boat, he went far out, and he threw her over the side. Then he came back, and he docked his boat there. And he came by my house for a bit.
At night?
Yeah. Then we talked for a bit, and he says to me, you know, it's all good. She's going to be missing, they're going to search, but they're not going to know a thing.
How were you so sure she was dead, Joran? You can't. You know, people can also go into coma.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about that, but it really scared me to death.
No, but I understand that. I definitely understand that you were scared. She really proud her and stuff.
No, but it didn't look good.
How didn't it look good then?
Just, you know, she'd been shaking and stuff.
What, really shaking?
Yeah, I don't know, yeah, pretty much.
I'm asking you, how were you so she was dead, man?
I wasn't sure.
And even after that, still no arrest. That is video from ABC's 2020. It's prime suspect Joran Van Der Sloot, seemingly more concerned about his own fate than the death of the American teen Natalie Holloway. We are taking your calls live, and with me right now exclusively Natalie's father, Dave Holloway. When you hear that, does your blood still boil?
it does. You know, still tough, even after 3.5 years of hoping for the best, and you know, we see the worst. And yes, it's tough. It really is.
Let's unleash lawyers. Theodore Simon out of Philadelphia, Susan Moss, child advocate in New York, Lauren Lake, defense attorney in New York, Alex Sanchez, also veteran defense attorney in New York. So, Lauren Lake, on this latest alleged offense, what's your best defense?
Well, I'll tell you what, Nancy, even though we're all sick of Joran, I mean, but for my defense attorney hat tonight, I'm sick of him. The bottom line is, not a lot of objective incriminating evidence in this video, and DeVries should know from the last try. We need more than that, okay? The taking of the $1,000.
More that somebody caught on tape?
Yeah, we need more than that. Look what happened the last time, Nancy. This guy is somehow eluding the law on every occasion. If they're going to try to catch this guy, they've got to nail him. And right now, I don't think just this videotape and this $1,000 is what we call nailing him.
Speaking of catching the guy, Rupa, where is he?
Great question, Nancy. It looks like last time Joran was seen in Thailand, in Bangkok, was at a party on Friday night. De Vries' documentary aired over the weekend, and he's disappeared. We think he's left the country.
So he's gone from the Netherlands to Thailand to the Lord only knows where, to Alex Sanchez. Alex, the guy is reportedly caught on tape arranging having these girls go to the Netherlands to act as prostitutes, luring them under the guise of being models, taking money for it. He's even caught on tape thanking his benefactor for the money. What's your defense should this finally go to court?
I'll tell you, this guy De Vries is Joran Van Der Sloot's worst nightmare. But in terms of a defense in this case...
I agree with you on that one, Alex, but I don't care who set him up. I don't care how he was caught. He's caught.
Important. That's important, though, because the person that set him up was De Vries. And De Vries had set him up the first time around. And one begins to wonder whether De Vries has crossed the line and has gone overboard and trying to lure this kid into doing something that he did not initially intend on doing.
Alex, if somebody came up to you and said, hey, I've got a plan. You talk young women, students, into going overseas to be hookers, and I give you $15,000 per girl, you would run for the hills as if you had seen a monster. I mean, he's not set up, he's right there in it. And like Dave Holloway says, he's caught on tape months before saying he wants to go into prostitution.
Then why, after speaking to De Vries, that he said, thank you for the $1,000? It's almost like he knew what was going on. And he was out to trick De Vries, who had previously tricked him.
To Dr. Lisa Boesky, psychologist and author of When to Worry, I'm not surprised that he made that smart comment when he was caught. What else could he say?
Well, remember, this is an arrogant young man. This is one of the most dangerous kind of offenders that are out there. They don't look like thugs. They don't look like the strangers that people have warned us about. This is a good-looking, manipulative, charming young man who is cold, callous, and arrogant. It's not that he thinks law enforcement is stupid. He just thinks he's smarter than them and he can avoid getting caught.
Which he has managed to do so far before he went on the lam. Back to Rupa Mikulaneni. Rupa, apparently he has made an incriminating comment to another young girl on a beach.
Yes, that's correct, Nancy. According to De Vries' documentary, which was mentioned, there is a witness, a young woman that might have been a girlfriend of sorts, and he made a comment that indicated he knew how to get rid of corpses from a beach.
Do we know what his words were?
I think we do. It's, who knows? You may now be on the beach with someone who's able to get rid of a corpse.
Okay, Alex Sanchez, thoughts?
I think that's a very troubling statement, but if that isn't true, then how come the authorities don't go to the grand jury with the tapes made in that car, as well as this new witness, and obtain an indictment?
Susan Moss, why don't they?
I don't know. This guy's a walking felony. You know, certainly the expectation is that because somebody's trying to protect this guy because of his father's statute, but I don't know why.
Out to the line, Sue in Maryland. Hi, Sue.
Hi there, Nancy.
What's your question, dear?
God bless you and your family. Hope they keep you safe from all these monsters out there.
Thank you.
My question is, isn't it possible to go to the Netherlands and find some of these girls in these prostitution rings, and that will also help?
To John Lucich, former investigator and author of Cyber Lies, what about it? Is that where we start this investigation?
No, I don't think so. It's a needle in a haystack when you try and go over to Thailand and try and find somebody like Natalie Holloway. First of all, I believe like Peter De Vries, and let me just say, God bless Peter De Vries. People have said he tried to cross the line, or he may have crossed the line. He did more than anybody to bring this creature to light. Everybody knows what he's a serial predator based on everything we know about him right now. There's nothing, and unfortunately, Thailand's not going to do anything because they have a horrible track record against crimes against children, and his own country's protecting them.
If it was an accident, I mean, I'm sure, I really truly feel that he gave her some kind of drug, and then, you know, if something happened to her, why not be a man and just say, look, this happened, but I knew when they wouldn't help us come look for her the next day, and he goes out and starts hiring attorneys and everything, that there was something bad.